Hi, I'm astrologer and life coach Penny Dix. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to another of my short heads up videos. And the subject for today's is to look at what is known as the 8-8, which is the 8th of August, the 8th month, LionsGate Portal. What is it? Does it have any astrological significance? And if it does, how can we work with it? Well, let's just look at what 8-8 is about first and why 8 is an important number. Well, first of all, 8 is the symbol of infinity. There's no beginning, there's no end. So that has a significance from a numerological point of view. And it just, in one sense, indicates the eternity of the soul. So 8-8 LionsGate Portal, called LionsGate because we're in the sign of Leo, so it's when the sun rises, and is conjunct by aspect the star Sirius. And if you know the degrees of your chart and you know where Cancer is in your chart, then you look for 14 degrees. But at this point, Sirius aligns with the sun in Leo at about 14 degrees and 47 minutes. So it also aligns with Orion's belt and the pyramids of Giza. But why is Sirius important? Well, the 3 stars of Orion's belt point towards Sirius. And it's interesting because when I did this research, the Sphinx, which of course is almost, you could say, like Leo the lion, looks right at where Sirius actually rises. Sirius, the actual name, means, it comes from the Greek, which means glowing or scorching. And as I did a little bit more research about Sirius, I discovered there are in fact 2 stars called Sirius. We have a Sirius A and we have a Sirius B. A is visible as a blue giant, whilst the smaller star, Sirius B, is a white dwarf star, and it's collapsed to a very dense form. The thing that I was interested about is, do they have planets orbiting them? Because I'm sure some of you will be aware of the significance of the ideas that ancient alien civilizations came to planet Earth, and we are descendants, if you like, of the cultures that originally came here from the star system of Sirius. It's a theory. Is it true? Who knows? But it's a lovely subject to research and look into. So they may have planets orbiting them, but we don't actually know yet. As far as I know from my research, they haven't absolutely categorically found any planets orbiting either Sirius A or Sirius B. So this goes on to say, are we part of what is known as a binary system? And here's where it gets really interesting, because here is where it kind of brings in the symbolism. Now, a binary system would mean we have 2 suns or 2 stars kind of orbiting round each other, with us as planet Earth and our solar system going round the sun we know, and our solar system actually orbiting this larger sun or star called Sirius. So, and excuse me if my scientific data is not absolutely accurate. I've done my best, and you can always check it out by good old Google to see if I've got most of it right. But Sirius is associated with the Egyptian god Osiris. And this is where we get to the symbolism, because Our sun, our star, which sometimes we forget it's a star, our sun is seen as the kind of life giver. It's the basic material kind of the life-giving force. Whereas Sirius, this star out in Alpha Canis Majoris, is seen as our spiritual star. So now we bring in this element of the sun as our life giver, but Sirius, that particular sun or star, as our spiritual giver. This is what connects us to spirit. So, and just before I leave the scientific side, we have to remember that we're all part of the Milky Way galaxy. And Sirius is seen as a kind of central focus of the Milky Way, where all the other constellations and solar systems revolve around the center of the Milky Way. It's known as the galactic center. So what does it mean astrologically? Well, it's also known as the dog star. That's not particularly significant astrologically, but it's just to give you some kind of handle to get hold of with this. And it's like it's the sun of our sun. It's symbolic kind of meaning. It can represent ambition, pride. It can indicate a time when we can feel over-emotional, when we can kind of feel that wonderful connectedness with the all of the all, the divine. Those rare moments when you really feel you are totally in the present moment and you feel as if you can really sense and understand what the meaning of everything is in that sense. It can also represent fame, leadership, wealth, also interestingly fires and drought. And it can stimulate impulsive behavior, which can be dangerous. So when Sirius is in an alignment with our sun in Leo, which, as I said, is on the 8th of August, 8/8 LionsGate Portal, it is supposed to mean it brings in a wonderful opportunity, a little bit like when we have a new moon, of being able to set our intentions for any of the kind of areas that I've just outlined, like our ambitions, what we would like to achieve in our soul path, our life path, our career. It can propel some people into the public eye. It's good for leadership. It can bring wealth in, but it can also bring in that wealth of understanding and conscious awareness. And the spiritual community tend to err on the side of the LionsGate Portal being a wonderful opportunity to really try and rise above that sense of being fixed and stuck on planet Earth, that we can ascend into a higher vibrational kind of energy where we have a much bigger picture of everything and how the whole of the universe is interconnected. The other interesting thing is the 8/8 portal, or the LionsGate in Egypt, used to bring in the annual Nile flooding. So there was a kind of rhythm and an awareness amongst our ancient cultures of events that would come along with this kind of when Sirius would be visible. And it's interesting because, of course, Leo, the sign of Leo, is about royalty. It's about leadership. It's about being out there in the public arena. So there's something, I think, quite symbolic about that. If you think about in the UK, we have this competition, if you like, or this challenge between the two leaders, the two potential leaders of the new Conservative Party. Who will it be? Well, Liz Truss has a Leo sun, and I suspect if we had her correct birth time, we would find that she has a lot going for her with the astrological symbols. So I looked at a chart of the event to see how Sirius is placed in connection and the aspects it makes to some of our other cosmological bodies. And the Sun and Sirius actually make a lovely harmonious angle to Jupiter in Aries, our beautiful planet of opportunity, luck, abundance. So this is a wonderful time to work with those energies of inviting in the luck and abundance that you wish to manifest in whatever area of your life. And don't just think about kind of, money or finance. I think it's really important to look at value, because the Sun and Sirius are actually making a square to Uranus in Taurus. Uranus, of course, is our planet of the unexpected, of things happening in a kind of sudden and unpredictable way. And there's something about this Sirius energy for me, which seems to say it's about us aiming for the energies that can come into our lives that are actually designed to help us reach our highest potential, that is for our highest good and the highest good of others. Because if you think of the fact that it's our spiritual sun, our spiritual star, then it's about us ascending in that more spiritual way. The other thing is that Sirius and the Sun are opposing Saturn in Aquarius. So what does this mean? Well, in a sense, what it means is that Saturn is reminding us that all good things and worthwhile things take time. So that you may work very hard at manifesting your desires over the next few days whilst this energy is at its peak. And you have to give it time for the kind of energies to weave the tapestry that can bring these things into alignment in your life. So it's about consistency, it's about faith, it's about trust. But all in all, the LionsGate Portal is a wonderful time to really kind of be aware of the majesty of the universe, of the extraordinary energies and cosmic bodies that we are aligned to. And I think with that vastness of space and, to see how our solar system is just such a tiny little part of the Milky Way. And who knows what we will find once we're able to actually journey further forward and see what is out there. So sounds like the beginning of an episode for Star Trek. To boldly go where no one has gone before. Well, maybe this Sirius LionsGate Portal will help you boldly go where you haven't been before. There's a thought. Thank you so much for joining me for this, my take, my understanding and sensing of what the LionsGate 8-8 portal is about. So please like, comment and subscribe. That would be super wonderful. And that's my intention, to bring in that 1K milestone that I'm heading for. So if you can help me with that, that would be fantastic. And in the meantime, thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.